What are the special ingredients for diabetic cakes? Basically, diabetic cakes will have a reduction in the recipe to balance the amount of carbohydrates, carbs, to keep blood sugar stable. In the traditional way of making cakes, the commonly used ingredients will include flour, sugar, eggs, butter and milk, to create the cream layer. Most of these ingredients provide a large source of refined carbs, which will cause blood sugar to spike after consumption. Therefore, to overcome this situation, experts recommend that patients should choose recipes with less flour, for example, use almond flour, coconut flour instead. Alternatively, instead of granulated sugar, you can naturally sweeten your cake with pureed fruit or a low-carb sweetener like erythritol. As for the cake frosting, you should use butter, low-fat milk without sugar to reduce the amount of carbs without much impact on the taste of the cake. Suggest 3 delicious and nutritious diabetic cakes. Here are a few pastries and recipes that are suitable for people with type 2 diabetes. 1 low-carb cheesecake. Diabetic cake cheesecake. With only about an hour of preparation, you have a diabetic cake that is both delicious and not harmful to health. Each cake only contains 6 g-carb. Materials to be prepared include 2 bowls of almond flour, 1/3 cup low-fat butter, melted, sweetener erythritol, powder form, vanilla essence, 900 g cream cheese, buy at supermarket, 3 eggs, 1 tablespoon lemon juice. The steps to make this cake for diabetics are as follows. Preheat the oven for about 15 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. In the meantime, make the crust by mixing together the almond flour, butter, 3 tablespoons erythritol, and a dash of vanilla in a clean bowl. Then spread the mixture on a baking tray and bake for 10 minutes to when the crust is golden, then let it cool. To make the frosting, beat the cream cheese with about 30 g of erythritol until fluffy. Then add the eggs one at a time and beat until the end is lemon juice and vanilla. Use a spatula to spread the frosting on the cake to make it beautiful and then put it in the oven for 45 to 55 minutes. At the end of this stage, let the cake cool to room temperature and then put it in the refrigerator for about 4 hours. 2 pies with berries for diabetics. This cake is a combination of raspberries and blueberries, 2 berries that are extremely rich in vitamins and minerals, especially fiber, to help stabilize blood sugar and reduce cholesterol absorption, preventing complications on the heart. Materials to be prepared include blueberries and raspberries each 200 g, powdered sweetener xylitol or erythritol, 90 g almond powder, 2 tablespoons coconut powder, 1 tablespoon baking powder, 1 teaspoon grated lemon zest, pinch, 1 egg, coconut oil or 2 tablespoons butter, melted, vanilla essence. How to make berry pies for diabetics as follows. Preheat oven to 160 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes. Combine the almond flour, coconut flour, 2 tablespoons sweetener, baking powder, lemon zest, and salt in a clean bowl and stir well. Then add eggs, butter and a few drops of vanilla essence and continue stirring until the dough is pasty. Spread the dough mixture on the baking tray, use your fingers to make small holes in the surface and spread the berries on top. Place in the oven for 20 minutes until the fruit turns light brown. Each piece of such pastry will provide diabetics with 154 calories and 12.2 g of carbs. 3 cocoa cupcakes. Cocoa cake for diabetics. On cold days, there's nothing better than enjoying a delicious cocoa-flavored scone. This type of cake is also low in calories and carbs, so it is very suitable for diabetics who want to maintain a stable weight. Materials to be prepared include 90 g almond powder, 2 tablespoons coconut powder, 3 to 4 tablespoons unsweetened cocoa powder, about 30 g of flaxseed meal, pinch, 5 chicken eggs, half a teaspoon of baking powder, 1 tablespoon apple cider vinegar, 40 g powdered sweetener for diabetics, How to make this cake for diabetics as follows. Preheat oven to 160 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes. Place almond meal, coconut flour, flaxseed meal, cocoa, baking powder, salt, and sweetener in a food processor and mix well. Continue to add the apple cider vinegar and then the eggs one at a time, mix until the mixture is uniform, then divide evenly into cupcakes. Put the cake trays in the oven, bake for about 20 minutes, let it cool for a while and it is ready to use. Recently, the sharing of cakes for diabetics. Hopefully you have gained more useful information for yourself in using the right foods to control blood sugar levels.